Alright, what's going on, people? Ring Roadmap here, and today I'm gonna talk about Regis Prograis versus Devin Haney. Now, I'm gonna keep this one pretty short because I really think it's not a close fight. I'm not gonna lie to you guys anymore and say that, it's gonna be a close fight. I don't think this is gonna be a close fight, alright? So, let's get right into this shit. The first one we're gonna talk about is gonna be that front foot lean by Regis Prograis every time he throws that jab. Now, as we all know, he doesn't really step in with his jab, right? So there's no legs involved, or there's no leg momentum involved when he throws his jab. So the way that you can put power on your jab when you throw it without a step is going to be from your hips. And the way you get power from your hips is by leaning forward. So as you can see here, he likes to lean forward first on that front knee, right there, before shooting his jab. And then again, he does that same thing, leans forward on that front knee, as you can see, and then he throws that jab again. Okay, let's see another example of that. Every time the circle's left, he likes to lean forward or to lean on his right, lean on his front knee to get power from that jab, and to also find some openings every time he leans forward. Okay, and look, I don't think this will work against Devin Haney. First of all, Haney has a way faster jab than Regis Prograis, and if they do get into that position, I think Devin will just beat him to the punch. He's got a way faster jab, way better reaction time than Regis. Or how the fuck do you pronounce his name? Regi or Regis? I don't know. He's got a way better jab than Prograis, and I think he's just gonna be able to beat him to the spot every time they get into those jabbing contests, right? Next thing we're gonna talk about is that every time he overcommits, he bends overly on his waist and he blazes too much, which I think plays a part in why he's got problems in cutting off the ring, right? Every time he overcommits to a shot, in particular, he likes to, or he gets into these off-balance positions, these overly bladed positions, and as you can see there, he has trouble regaining his balance every time he loads up on those power shots. So let's see another example of that. So here's gonna try to come in bladed once again. And look, when you're bladed, when you're on the back foot, one of the main consequences of that is that every time you get countered, you are gonna fall off balance. If you don't believe me, watch the first knockdown of Crawford versus Spence. All Spence did right there was he came in on the back foot. He tried to enter on the back foot. And when he got caught, it wasn't even a strong shot. He got caught with a 2-1 by Crawford. And then he fell off balance just because of the fact that he was overly on the back foot when he tried to step in. Right? And that's the same thing with Prograis. He got countered right there with a pretty soft check hook. And he took a split second, or he took quite a while to regain his balance right there, which I think will play a role in this fight, or will be a disadvantage for him in this fight, because as you can see that after he throws those wild shots, he takes a split second to regain his balance, and that split second of regaining your balance, that gives Haney all the opportunity in the world to circle around and to exit out, to get out of the ropes, right? So a while ago, I talked about him not being a better jabber than Haney. Now I'm talking about him as, someone who really has troubles cutting off the ring because he loads up on his shot so much and because he falls off balance so many times as well. So next we're going to talk about is that high guard bait that he likes to use a lot. As you can see here, he baits you by, not that one. As you can see here, he likes to bait you by throwing some soft jabs to begin, right? And then right here, he baits you to come in, and when you do that, he's gonna counter you with those two body hooks, or head hooks sometimes, but most of the time he counters to the body, right? And the problem with this is that Haney has a bladed stance, so naturally the right side of his body is gonna be further away, and he's really good at catch and shoot counters, right? So if you keep throwing body shots at him, he'll eventually figure it out, and he'll time you with a counter uppercut. He's gonna catch that shit with his elbow, catch you with a short uppercut, catch you with a short right hand. And so again, that's gonna be a dangerous move for Regis to do. He cannot afford to throw on the body too often. Again, here you're gonna see him throw that, or counter him with these two body shots, but boom. And that's good if your opponent doesn't know how to counter body shots. But again, Haney knows how to counter body shots well with those catch and shoot counters. He just catches it with his elbows. And even if he goes to the head, you know, all Haney has to do is to raise his glove, catch that shit, counter with a short right, counter with a right uppercut. And I think that's what's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen here. Haney will just catch those punches. Haney will just block those punches and then counter him with a straight right hand or with a short uppercut all night. And I'm not really sure if he can KO Regis, but he's gonna counter him all night. You know, these shots are just a little bit too wild. It's not as fast as Lomachenko's punches, and he's not as agile as Lomachenko as well. So this is gonna be a way easier fight than Lomachenko, and you guys are gonna see that on fight night. All right. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is gonna be what I spoke on a while ago, which is a straight right hand. And the reason why I think Devlin's gonna hit him with the straight right hand all night is because he's always been known to get hit with the straight right hand. So as you can see here, boom, right there. He's gonna lean forward. He's gonna try to bait. Again, he does that forward lean on his front leg, and that forces him to be an easy target for that lead right hand. And whenever he gets hit with it, as you can see, he doesn't really know how to step back on time because he relies so much on his head movement and his upper body movement, right? Which, again, can be timed if you're facing an elite fighter like Devin Haney. It's not going to be enough to just have upper body movement. You need to move your feet. You need to step back. So as you can see, he's going to try to land that body shot that I was talking about. His opponent just caught him on his elbow. Boom, he blocked out with his elbow, and then he countered with the right hook right there from the squared up position. Luckily for Regis, that wasn't really super clean. Then again there, his opponent tried to catch that body shot through a straight right. Boom, through another straight right, which grazed him. Through another left hook, which missed. But when he faces Haney, you guys are going to see the levels are different. Regis is getting older. And this is gonna be an easy fight all the way. The only way that I can see this fight becoming closer than it is if Regis lands a overhand right, you know, which, you know, we've seen Haney get hit with, or not overhand right, overhand left. Okay, we've seen Haney get caught with that punch when he faces southpaw opponents. That seems to be the best punch or the best chance that Regis has with his fight, if he has any chance of winning, actually. He has the power to hurt Haney. I'm not going to take that away from him. And he has the power to stop Haney too. Who knows, right? So, but right now, just speaking of, you know, the skill and the overall style matchup, this is just a bad match for Haney in my opinion. And the only chance that Regis really has in this fight is landing one big punch and possibly stopping him. I think when he lands that one big punch, Haney's going to get up, and it's really up to Regis if he gets to finish him off. But, you know, Haney has really good survival instinct, so this is going to be tough. But, look, I always love upsets. If he catches him with a good shot, if he catches Haney with a good shot, I wouldn't be surprised because, you know, Regis has the power to hurt Haney. So that was it. I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. And subscribe if you're new. Join my big channel if you want to, as always. And yeah, that's it. Peace out.